My boss fired me for being sick, so I made sure he'd never work again. I was the lead software developer at a mid-sized tech company working under this guy named Garrett. For 2 years, everything was fine until I caught pneumonia and needed a week off. I had sick days saved up, doctor's notes, everything legit. Garrett called me at 9 p.m. on day 3 and screamed that I was faking it. Said if I wasn't back Monday, don't bother coming back at all. I tried explaining, but he hung up. Monday came. I was still coughing up a lung, and I got the termination email. Here's where it gets good. Garrett had been secretly funneling company resources into his side business, using our servers, our software licenses, even billing his personal project hours to our clients. I documented everything in a private folder, initially just to cover myself if anything went sideways. Spreadsheets, emails, server logs, the whole 9 yards. But here's the nuclear part. I also knew Garrett had been in talks to sell the company to a major corporation for $8 million. He stood to personally make about $3 million from the deal. The acquisition was set to close in 2 weeks. I didn't go to my former company. I went straight to the acquiring company's due diligence team, sent them every single document, explained the fraud, showed them how Garrett had been essentially stealing for months. I even highlighted how this could expose them to legal liability if they proceeded without knowing. The acquiring company immediately pulled out, but they didn't stop there. They reported everything to the SEC and forwarded my evidence to law enforcement. Within a month, Garrett was under federal investigation. The company's board fired him, sued him personally, and he had to hire a legal team that drained his savings. His wife left him when she found out he'd mortgaged their house to fund his side business, something she knew nothing about. The company ended up promoting Garrett's former assistant, Rochelle, to interim CEO. She was one of the people who'd helped me during my illness, bringing me soup and checking in. First thing she did, she called me personally, apologized for what happened, and offered me my job back with a raise and Garrett's old parking spot. I accepted. Last I heard, Garrett's living in a studio apartment, working customer service somewhere, still fighting legal battle. The side business collapsed, he's blacklisted in the industry, and he lost everything. Meanwhile, I'm thriving. Better position, better pay, better boss. Sometimes, karma needs a little push, and I was happy to provide the documentation. Should I have just let it go and moved on? Or was pushing the nuclear button the right call?